Who are you? Simple question, right? But how do you really answer? Perhaps you're an athlete. Maybe you're a writer. You're a son or daughter, friend, sibling, classmate, and many other things. But does any one word or interest completely describe you? So the question remains, who are you? You're making important decisions about your future. Will you go to college? What type of career would you like to pursue? Will you marry, move to a new city? And what about God? How does your faith affect where you're going, who you are, and who you become? We don't have all the answers, but there is a nationwide community that shares your concerns. It's a weekend retreat called Teens Encounter Christ, or TEC. Should you decide to make this retreat, what might you expect?
I came not really knowing what to expect. I haven't really heard much about it.
I thought it was going to be really boring. I thought all we're going to do is read Bible scriptures and quotes out and stuff like that.
I thought we might be just like sitting around in a church all day and praying and maybe doing stuff where it wouldn't keep teenagers interested.
Spirituality is more than just sitting in a church. It's about decisions. It's about how you approach your relationship with Jesus and with God. TEC is a 2-night, 3-day retreat based on the Catholic faith tradition. The experience will help you focus more on your faith and how to approach the world in a new light. As you're about to discover, TEC is not what you might expect to find on a retreat weekend.
This is nothing like any retreat I had ever been on. It's 3 days of just constant new things being thrown at you, maybe a little bit of the old, but in a new light, a new direction.
You get life lessons by other people that have lived the experiences that you might live.
It's directed towards teens, and you get a lot more from it when it's directed towards teens, you know.
I learned a lot about what other people think on some really controversial issues right now. And a lot of people have some really opposing viewpoints, and a lot of people don't. And it's nice to kind of get an idea of what other people my age think.
People could be watching this, and you're in your school and everything, and I don't think a lot of you would be able to stand up and talk about your faith that openly. And
it's just basically you're meeting all sorts of new people that are experiencing the same things in life, and you know, they have all the same questions. They have the exact same questions you have.
We're just here to share our faith, you know.
There's something about being here that and being a part of it that makes you much more open to the stuff that only goes on up here and here. It makes you much more open to letting that out and telling others about it.
I'm sitting here, a real person with real problems, with a real God right by my side who's going to help me through it, and everybody can have that. It's for everybody.
Yeah, that's how we
A friendly little wake-up call.
I should have gotten more sleep last night. Oh, they're singing. Singing, happy, clapping.
Lots of food, lots of good food, and one of the kids was saying, I thought we weren't going to eat much this weekend. She said, I was really wrong about that. There's lots of food, and the food is actually good.
On my first TEC I came, and I really wasn't sure where I was in my life. And it kind of gave me the reason, it told me it was okay to not know where I was. And that was a lot of help for me, because I needed to know that it was okay to not know what was going on in my life.
It goes a little deeper than a lot of retreats that I've been on. It's helps you have a better focus. I feel it's more focused than most retreats are.
It's a natural human tendency to wonder about where we come from and where we're going. I think at some point or another, everyone in their life feels like they're missing something. Like there's just something that's not quite there. And to some capacity, I've never heard of anyone who hasn't been able to find that here.
it's something for everybody. It's not like it's a certain size if it's just some people. Everybody needs to try this, and everybody needs to see how it works for them, because it will work for them in some way.
I mean, I'm closer to God. I'm closer to my parents. I mean, my parents and I weren't close, and now I can tell my parents almost anything.
It's made me a more whole person.
What you believe in is going to dictate a lot of who you are. And this arena, this family is the strongest that I have next to my own family, that help build that help encourage that assist me at staying strong to my faith and to what I believe in.
I actually listened to the scripture quotes, the readings, the first and second readings in the gospel, and it actually had meaning to me.
You don't have to put on any airs. It's just being yourself and making a lot of great friends from that.
And you keep in touch with a lot of them, and you meet a lot of people that you will keep in touch with for a long time, and so you kind of build a community outside of your own community.
I could look at TEC in a completely non-religious way and still have these incredibly strong feelings of community and have these incredibly strong feelings of friendship.
It's more than anything, it's just fun. I mean, getting to know people, building friendships.
The talks that are given during TEC just hit on major points that you really need to focus on as a teenager.
You'll learn so much if you just sit back and listen, because they have a lot to say, and it will help you a lot.
I believed in God because I wanted to believe in God, not because my parents were making me.
When you go out into the real world, you take parts of it. You can't take all of it out and tell everybody and show everybody, but you can take parts of it and encourage others to join you on it.
I have a whole clean slate that I want to start over, make a new life. I mean, be a great